Thank you very much, Margaret, for your submission. It's brilliant. Well done. Okay, Kerry, please. Yep. Okay, David, you're up, mate.
Such efficiencies. Good morning. I'm here today speaking on behalf of the North Beach Residents Association. You have our submission, so I'm not going to read it verbatim. I'm just going to highlight a few points. The association is grateful to the council's interest in the regeneration of the east side of Christchurch, and we do appreciate the progress that has been made to date in New Brighton. We would like to see these efforts continued with some momentum, and this submission sort of highlights key local projects and funding in the LTP that the North Beach Residents Association support and would like to retain, but also proposes that some projects be brought forward, have more funding allocated to them, or be reinstated from previous annual plans and long-term plans. Some of the more significant things, the Cygnet Street Ocean Outfall, it's been on the budget. There was $260,000 in the 22-23 annual plan. This has been reduced to $36,000 in 23-24. It's a considerable flooding area in the North Beach area, and we would like to see that advanced. Marine Parade Curb and Channel. This was in the budget in 2010. It's been shunted out, understandably, during the earthquakes, but it's never been reinstated, and it's allocated in the 2024. We've got a lot of new schools, Rawiti, Avonside, Shirley Boys High, a lot of kids, and we really would like to see that section of road dealt to. It, it has numerous water leaks. The main supply leaks in the road, and yeah, let's see that one done. New Brighton Road, it's a bone of contention with a lot of people in the eastern suburbs that New Brighton Road was cut off in one way from Pratt Street, and many would like to see it two-laned back from Pratt Street, perhaps across Red Zone land, meeting up with Hawke Street. New Brighton Road, Marine Parade Hawke to Bow Hill. There is a proposal to update that section of the road using CRAF funding. We're led to believe that there's one proposal that's going to remove 165 car parks. I'd just like to remind councillors that it's a high use area for sports on Rawiti Domain, Thompson Park, used for practices, sports on Saturday, and in the summer months are highly used for access to the beach in Thompson Park, the skateboard park, and all of those things. So people are getting up in arms about the possibility of losing a lot of car parks. The Pages Road Bridge, I would safely say that people in the eastern suburbs are delighted with the project that's proposed. The new bridge is long overdue, but I would say to council, on top of that, you're proposing a hell of a lot of work on about streets within about 1 K to 2 K of that bridge. You're bleating about the amount of money you've got, and I think personally that it's a waste of your money, our money, to be doing all those sort of things. And as an aside, the number of road humps that are appearing on major arterials around the eastern suburbs is an irritation as well. See the logic on local roads, but Pages Road, Keys, Travis Road, New Bohol Bower Ave intersection, Martians Road. You wonder, how they impact on our emergency services. The Martians Road one beggars belief when it's the main road to the Burwood Hospital and you're carting spinal patients. We'd like to see the north-south corridor of Oram Ave advanced. Likewise, the cycleways, Anzac Bridge and through the red zone, that's a project that we support.
Thank you.
I think that's probably where I would stop. There are a number of projects. Just a few other comments, I suppose, around coastal hazards planning, and we, as an area, are highly incensed that the City Council continues to use its planning predicated on the use of the most extreme RCP 8.5 scenario. The RC 8.5 was not intended to be used to create policy. The creators of RCP 8.5 had not intended it to represent the most likely business as usual. I was in Waimate a couple of days ago and they had their climate change policy out. It had a reference to 8.5, it also had a reference to 4.5. They were pragmatic in having a variety of scenarios to consider, but we seem to stick dogmatically to 8.5. It's the most extreme scenario, and yeah, so no more.
Thank you, David. There's two questions. One from Celeste, please.
Thanks, David. Thanks for your presentation. Just a quick one. So I just see here that in addition to the City to Sea pathway, the river route, you also support the major cycle route out, the third stage of the major cycle route out to the east. No,
yeah, I do.
We lack infrastructure in that area.
I do, but I would temper that with prioritising council's expenses. Long term, yeah. Short term, no. I think, there are a lot of areas of expense that council needs to be engaging in, and I would say to you that I think prioritise your expenditure.
I just want to also just quickly say, did you know that Bohu Road had been done?
Yes.
I just see that in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yep. So good to have.
Only one question from me. Did you say, is this 160 car parks on Marine Parade? Is this in what's just been consulted at the moment?
It's coming out for consultation, but it's been sort of in the craft funding has been an item of some conjecture for some time, and it's been in the wings for probably 2 to 3 years, and nothing's ever settled. Now we see a proposal to put cycleway down Marine Parade from Lonsdale Street through to Bohol Road. We have car parks on the other side of, on the beach side.
David, just in the interest of time, because I know there's another question, can I just ask if that one, would you be open to a shared path along there?
Would I what?
Open to a shared path?
No, that's coming out and
I'd actually be more open to sticking a promenade, cycleway, walkway up in the dunes. Okay. And cut it all out to get...
Thank you very much, David. That's great. So you've used up more time than you should have. It's only because you're from the east. I'll let you do that. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Good on you, mate.